this is crazy.
Yeah.
This guy's 40 years old and still can crack and still as fast as lightning.
He's still got speed that kind of compares to the average or above average speed that's out there today.
Joe Rogan has responded to Manny Pacquiao's latest training video at age 46, calling it unreal. He said it's insane how Pacquiao, despite being near 50, still punches hard and moves like someone way younger. His lightning speed, powerful shots, and precision haven't declined. He still looks amazing. He's far from ordinary, more like a top heavyweight contender. He's still a dangerous man. Rogan calls Manny Pacquiao a completely different athlete, one who doesn't depend on talking trash or generating hype. He lets his fists do the talking even at 46. His work ethic, quickness, and punching strength show he's still serious, humble, and a dangerous legend inside the squared circle.
He's still not normal, but he's still like a professional heavyweight boxer. He's still terrifying.
New footage of Pacquiao in training has sparked further debate. A short clip displays him striking pads with clear focus and surprising quickness. His fists fire off in crisp flurries, and his movement reflects the same evasive style that once frustrated elite opponents. Even now, at 46, there's a rhythm in his motion, a reminder of the explosive fighting style that built his legendary status.
He's an interesting guy, man, because he's so friendly.
Right.
You know, like even like when people are trash talking, he's like smiling, and then he gets in that ring.
Kick your ass later.
Different fucking dude.
Right.
Once he steps through that ropes, like this is a whole different set of rules he's flying with.
Like Keith Thurman talking about you gonna crucify him and stuff like that, and he just
don't say that. Yeah.
And got crucified.
Yeah, but he's super
I wish you the best.
too.
Good luck in the fight.
Joe Rogan has repeatedly praised Manny Pacquiao's amazing boxing journey, especially his rare achievement of winning world titles in 8 weight divisions. Rogan underlined how unusual and impressive that feat truly is. He's in awe not only of the titles, but of Pacquiao's blistering speed and agility, especially considering his stature. Rogan once famously described Pacquiao's legs as tanks, crediting them for power and stamina. This special combination of velocity and raw strength made Pacquiao a rare breed in the ring, capable of beating world-class fighters across several divisions and leaving behind a legacy unlike any other boxer in history. Rogan has also imagined how thrilling a Pacquiao versus Floyd Mayweather bout would have been had it occurred during their prime years. He believes it would have set the internet and social platforms ablaze, breaking viewership records and attracting fans globally. His remarks highlight not only his respect for Pacquiao's talent, but also the immense weight of his legacy. In Rogan's eyes, Pacquiao isn't just a superb athlete. He's a cultural icon whose rise and achievements extend beyond boxing and into global influence, fame, and sporting immortality.
Greatest boxer maybe in my generation, Manny Pacquiao. Man.
Oh yeah,
Destroyer.
Manny Pacquiao. He
Fucking just
won world
destroyed.
titles in 8 different weight classes. Who the fuck does that?
And the way he did it, like
Yeah.
I'm a huge fan of Cotto. I love this school, and the way that he beat Cotto, I didn't think nobody could ever do that to me. And it's just like, bro, what the fuck?
Well, his legs, Manny's legs are like tree trunks.
Yeah, and the
It's
hand
crazy.
speed, the power,
speed, everything.
I just always wish that the Mayweather Pacquiao fight would have took place many years before than when it did. You know.
Well, it also took place and Manny went into the fight with a fucked up shoulder. I mean, he knew his shoulder was fucked before that fight and just wanted that money and just let's see what happens.
Fight analyst Ryan Campbell offers thoughtful analysis on Pacquiao's return to action at 46. Campbell emphasizes the natural difficulty of facing a younger, more physically dominant fighter like Mario Barrios, and compares the situation to George Foreman's famous comeback. He notes that age doesn't always define outcomes in boxing. History has proven that older legends can sometimes tap into one last great performance, delivering something special when it's least expected. This fuels the belief that Pacquiao might still have one unforgettable night left in him.
Some great fights never take place, or they take place too late, like Floyd Mayweather and Manny Pacquiao. They fought too late. I mean, if that fight could have been arranged by Riyadh Season, they probably would have caught them both in their prime, and it would have been chaos.
Yeah, Manny was done before that ever started.
And he also had a blown shoulder going into the fight.
Yeah.
He needed shoulder surgery before the fight even started.
Campbell also reviewed Pacquiao's physical attributes in his current state. While it's evident the legend has passed his physical prime, he still possesses a degree of speed that many fighters today can't match. Campbell observes that even though Pacquiao's explosiveness has dulled, his hand speed and nimble footwork still give him an advantage against mid-tier welterweights. The boxing world is split about what Pacquiao's next fight may reveal. Some fans hope his instincts and experience remains sharp enough for him to compete admirably. Others point to his last outing, 5 years ago, which failed to reflect his old brilliance. This mix of optimism and skepticism defines the buzz around his return. Many try to honor his historic run, while also questioning whether he can still perform. The balance between respecting his legacy and analyzing his current capability continues to divide opinions and stir excitement across boxing circles.
Only 8-division world champion. He'll be inducted into the International Boxing Hall of Fame next month. And then in July, BC is going to come out of retirement. Why now?
By the way, between those two dates, I believe he has an election coming up for a Senate position in the Philippines. So we always know that Manny is a busy man. He gets after it. He also dares to be great. And this is wild news. Look, in the boxing underground rumor mill, this had been floating around for a couple months. We just didn't know if it was going to be for real. Was Manny really going to commit to not just coming back after 4 years away, after just one fight in the last 6 years, at age 46, but to come back directly into a title fight against a young, in his prime, active champion in Mario Barrios? It's interesting theater, to say the least. It's a pay-per-view main event, reportedly for July 19th. And we know Manny Pacquiao has always brought big business, but now he's going to bring it in more of the late career George Foreman type of way to etch himself into that record book even further. Can Manny do it? I mean, look, the odds are certainly against him, but there's one thing about certain legends in this game. Think Bernard Hopkins, who fought into a very late age. Some of them, as long as they can physically get themselves into that ring, sometimes they can reproduce magic for one night. So it's a romantic situation. I got cats walking around.
Yep.
People are excited to see the Pac-Man back. You just got to kind of figure out, is this for real? Is he going to be for real? Or are we going to send him into a physical, violent retirement?
Speculation abounds that the bout with Mario Barrios marks just the beginning of Pacquiao's comeback plan. Rumors hint that if he beats Barrios, it could lead to a major showdown with Gervonta Tank Davis. Some believe Barrios was carefully picked as a favorable opponent, helping Pacquiao regain confidence and generate momentum. This kind of strategic matchmaking is standard in comeback efforts, where initial opponents help assess the returning legend's readiness, condition, and potential. Draw, both in terms of competition and commercial value moving forward.
Manny Pacquiao against Mario Barrios fight is signed, done for July of 2025. Pacquiao is 46 years old. We haven't seen him in the ring in years. Are you cool with Pacquiao against Mario Barrios?
If I was cool with Manny Pacquiao coming back and fighting Keith Thurman, I'm definitely going to be cool with this one. Barrios is not a puncher. Thurman was one of the biggest punchers in boxing. I think he's going to be just fine.
If Pacquiao wants to come back as a Hall of Famer and fight one more time, whatever. He didn't look good against Yordenis Ugas, and that was 5 years ago. We've seen him in these exhibitions looking fleshy, to say the least. It's meaningless because if Barrios wins, he's never going to fight a Boots Ennis. If Pacquiao wins, he's not going to fight anybody ever again. So I'm kind of indifferent to the whole thing.
One of the most symbolic elements of Pacquiao's return is his goal of capturing the WBC welterweight crown, the same title he first won early in his boxing career. This comeback journey takes on a deeper meaning, resembling a poetic return to where it all began. It's no longer just about winning a fight. It's about reclaiming the belt that helped launch his international stardom. This narrative of full-circle redemption adds emotional and historical weight to an already high-stakes battle for greatness.
So basically, your interpretation is that the boxing public is upset because they believe Pacquiao's going to beat Barrios, which is going to lead to a Tank Pacquiao fight?
Yes, look around. Look in the Discord. That's what everybody, Pac and Tank, that's being set up.
Oh,
Tank
so
and Pac.
okay, so they saying Barrios is the setup for Tank and Pac. I didn't see that, but your argument makes sense. If he beats Barrios, there's nothing wrong with him fighting Tank. But the issue is he don't deserve the Barrios fight off of 3 years off and a loss to Ugas.
And that's Crimea River, man. That's what boxing is. But longer deserve a Canelo fight.
Gervonta Tank Davis has a 6 to 7 fight deal with the PBC and Amazon for $200 million. That's like $30 million a fight. All right. He also has a fight date for November. El Rayo team has said they're not fighting this year. So he's not the guy. So the question is, who is the guy who is willing to fight Tank by November and could build the fight into a fight worth $30 million? Y'all must be out y'all minds if y'all think that Manny Pacquiao versus Gervonta Tank Davis isn't a huge fight. That'll probably be his biggest fight ever. Y'all know that's a big fight because the boxing fan today, they know Tyson, Manny Pacquiao, Floyd Mayweather, Canelo Alvarez. That's who they know.
Mario Barrios is a quality fighter, and I'm not trying to downplay him in any way, but Manny Pacquiao is a rare talent, a once-in-a-lifetime athlete. As I mentioned earlier, if others can make comebacks, Pacquiao certainly can too. He leads a clean life, avoids partying, and devotes time to his faith and family. Like George Foreman, he stays disciplined and focused. Team Barrios isn't taking things lightly either. His coach stated they're training as if Pacquiao is in his prime. Barrios thrives on adversity, and this fight represents a significant high-pressure challenge that both men are preparing seriously for.
Boxing Doctor News told Onto Your Gloves, boxing fans, the rumors are true. Manny Pacquiao is stepping back into the ring. At 46 years old, the Filipino legend is taking on WBC welterweight champ Mario Barrios this July. But here's the kicker. Pacquiao's first world title was as a flyweight, and now he wants to retire as the WBC welterweight champ. Talk about a career comeback, but can the Pac-Man turn back time? He hasn't been in top form lately, while Barrios is coming off a tough draw. Will Pacquiao's experience triumph over youth, or is this one fight too far? Either way, July is shaping up to be an explosive month for boxing. Pacquiao's rolling the dice one last time. Will he make history as the oldest welterweight champ ever? Get ready for a showdown that'll have you on the edge of your seat.
Pacquiao's advisor, Sean Gibbons, shared that picking Barrios was a deliberate and symbolic decision. Since Barrios currently holds the WBC belt, the matchup ties directly into Pacquiao's historic relationship with that sanctioning body. Gibbons added that winning back the WBC title would serve as the perfect bookend to Pacquiao's illustrious run, making this bout far more meaningful than just another fight. It could become the final fitting chapter in one of boxing's most iconic careers.
On Manny Pacquiao to do some any fighter to do incredible stuff, I will bet that Manny Pacquiao will be the guy, and that's why he's one of the GOATs of the sport of boxing, or probably the GOAT, arguably. All right. Manny Pacquiao could beat Mario Barrios. Now, Mario Barrios is good. I'm not saying that. I'm not trying to, devalue Mario Barrios, but Manny Pacquiao is just a special fighter, special human being, a freak of nature. All right? I do, and like I said in the beginning, if these guys could do it, I believe that Manny Pacquiao could do it. He lives a wholesome life. He lives a sober life. He doesn't party around and stuff like that unless he's with the wife. He's a family man. He's a God-fearing man. And look, just like George Foreman was a God-fearing man who was living a clean life and stuff like that.
Pacquiao's legacy in boxing is unrivaled in several respects. He's earned 12 major world titles and claimed lineal championships in 4 separate weight divisions, from flyweight all the way up to super lightweight. Even more remarkable, he's the only boxer to secure world titles in 4 different decades. His draw power remains massive, as proven by 25 pay-per-view fights that have generated over $122 billion in revenue, reflecting his long-standing status as a global sporting icon.
They presented us, with this opportunity, and he said, you know what, I'll bite down for it one more time. And then from there, obviously we had a tough loss, but it was a competitive fight. And his first fight at 147 pounds, he goes on and takes on Keith Thurman. No tune-ups, no getting used to the thing. Goes at that point is about as good as you can get in the division, and took on that. So he takes on all comers, all challenges. His first world title against Petirov, the Russian, is about as tough as you could have done at the time. And so I think he's earned the right now to be in the biggest, best possible fights. And now it's going to be up to Al Heyman and Louis DeCubas Jr. on what they see is best and fit for his career, whether that's, Pacquiao, Spence, if that's a unification with Boots Ennis. That'll be up to them. But I do know one thing about Mario Barrios.
In 2021, Pacquiao retired from boxing to concentrate on his political ambitions in the Philippines. He ran for president in 2022 but did not succeed. Still, he stayed active in the public eye, serving as a senator and continuing his charity work. Though his exit from boxing felt like the end of an era, it didn't lessen his influence beyond sports. His announcement to return stunned fans and analysts alike, especially given his years of inactivity. The news reignited global excitement, reviving conversations about his unparalleled achievements and what could come next in the ring.
We have Sean Gibbons here, Manny Pacquiao's right-hand man, advisor, head of MP Promotions. Sean, I know you spent a lot of time with Manny Pacquiao over recent weeks and months. There's a lot of conversations about Manny's comeback. What is the latest that you could offer, and the update around the potential matchup with Mario Barrios?
Well, the latest is Manny's fighting an exhibition on 28th in Japan. So, you don't really look past that. But if he's successful there, Mario Barrios. We've talked about Conor Benn, which I believe was a great fight. That would have been a tremendous fight. We could have done it in England. We could have done it in the U.S. We could have done it in Riyadh season. But the fact that he wasn't able to come off the suspension, that put the brakes on that. So that brought us to Mario Barrios. He's the WBC world champion. Manny's first belt ever many years ago was a WBC belt. So I think it would have been a great story and a very winnable fight for Manny.
WBC President Mauricio Sulaiman confirmed that all official clearances were completed, making Pacquiao eligible to fight for the welterweight crown again. Not everyone welcomes his comeback, though. Critics say boxing at 46 is dangerous, questioning whether his motives are legacy-driven or financial. Many liken it to Floyd Mayweather's exhibition matches, arguing this return seems more promotional than competitive. These differing opinions reveal a larger debate within the sport about aging icons, their desire to return, and the delicate balance between celebrating their legacies and safeguarding their reputations.
Philippine boxing legend Manny Pacquiao leads ESPN's list of top 25 Asian athletes of the 21st century. The 8th Division World Boxing Champ bested the likes of Chinese basketball icon Yao Ming and Japanese baseball superstar Ichiro Suzuki, who finished second and third respectively. Completing the top 5 are Korean football star Song Hong-min and Japanese-American Naomi Osaka. Also making the list, the Philippines' first ever Olympic gold medal winner, weightlifter Heidelin Diaz, and the PBA's 7-time PBA MVP, Junmar Fajardo.
The office of the Vice President confirms Sara Duterte is abroad on a personal trip.